it's my goddess Chrissy. If you guys have watched my last video titled The Black Smoke, which is a collective reading, it's for everyone to watch. I basically put in the end there, in the end of the video, that my cousin was killed due to gun violence. And that's what inspired me to do this reading today on our loved ones that have passed on, and what they want to tell us. I'm still really emotional at this time. Me and my cousin were very close, but I still felt like I needed to do this. Not only will it help in my own healing, but the healing of you guys who are watching, who've lost a loved one, and would like to hear or receive messages from them. So I want you to just take a moment and pick a deck. Okay, I have the Egyptian deck there. Then I have the Ghost Tarot, and then I have the Haunted House. So just pick a deck that resonates with you, and we'll just go from there, okay? Yeah. All right, so let's get started. Let me move this back a little bit. I want to start with the Ghost Spirit Tarot deck, this one here. So I'm gonna move this a little here, and we'll get started. So first thing I have here are my emotion playing cards, and I basically want to see, for those of you who picked this deck, I want to see what is the energy of your loved one. Okay, card already came out, Joy. So for those of you who picked this deck, your loved one is full of joy, okay? And next, we're gonna see who it is that is coming through to talk to you right now. All right, so Source, who is the loved one that is coming through for those who picked this deck? Who is coming through for this person that picked this deck? Who's coming through for them? Okay, so I see there's a man that's coming through for you. All right. Now, this man could be a grandfather, uncle, father, stepfather, or even just a male figure in your life. Okay. With this person here, they were definitely guided, very, very much a leader while they were here on this earth. They believed in God, or at least had faith in something. Yeah, they were very spiritual person. They may not have always expressed it, but just by how they lived their lives, you could tell that they were guided. Okay? All right, and I see 3 doves here. Okay, so that could also mean 3 family members are coming through, not just that one, but this could be the leader of the rest of the family members that are coming through here. Okay, so for those who have, let's see, who are these other loved ones that are coming through? You know, this could also be a son, any male figure. Who are the other 2? The other two are not as close to you as this one is here. This is the leader. The other two are busy doing their own thing in the spiritual world. They're taking care of other things. I'm getting like karmic past, like clearing out karma, or things that I feel like they're helping the other versions of themselves at this time. So this one here is the one that's closest to you. These two, you can ask for their guidance, ask for their help. There's one that moves around a lot with the chariot there. And there's another one, younger. When you want to call on him, you can. Look at this. That's you right there at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. That's you right there at the bottom. And that's this loved one coming to help you. So whenever you call on help, they do show up. Look at this with the sword. The sword of justice. Basically saying, you know, they're basically, your loved ones is saying that they're happy. And because they're coming through as being happy, that means that they're happy with you. So that's very beautiful. They're very proud of you, and they're down to help you for whatever you want. They're willing to show up and be there for you. Now, what do these loved ones want to tell you at this time? What do you want to tell your loved one? What do you want your loved one to know at this time? They see everything that you've gone through. You were stuck. Either you're still stuck or you were stuck for a long time. And you saw the error of your ways and you fixed it. Some of you walked away from something that was holding you back, or want to walk away from something that's holding you back. Yeah, I'm getting the energy of just being really tired and exhausted, going through trials and tribulations, struggles, but still remaining with a calm, independent demeanor. You may not necessarily always have the help that you would like to be getting or wish that you got, but at the same time, things always work out in your favor. And that's because your loved ones, they never leave you alone. Because you have this leader here that was spiritual, or had faith, had hope in something of a higher power, that tells me that you as a person have that same beliefs into something of a higher power. And because your loved ones are joyous, they want the same for you as well. So if you're not already vibrating in the energy of joy, they want that for you. They see things that you have gone through, and they want you to know that they're there for you, and they see how strong and independent you are, and they're very much proud of you. That's what they want you to know. That's what they want you to know. What else do you want to tell your loved one here, ancestors? What do you want to tell your loved one here? What do you want your loved one to know? For some of you, you're at a point to be alone, not necessarily in a relationship, but just taking a step back. Maybe you may have gotten out of a relationship recently, and they're basically saying that you need to take time to be by yourself. For others of you who are in relationships, they're saying to make sure that you still maintain your sense of individuality, And don't forget to have time for yourself and not just be all divulged into this person, into this relationship, but also have things for you. Self-love and self-care, they want you to keep that in mind at all times. They're also saying that at times when you don't know what's the right decision to make in your life with whatever you're dealing with, just take a pause and let them come through to you through signs, dreams, different ways, through other people. That way they can guide you with the compass here. You got the compass, and then you have the directions, left or right, awesome, less awesome. And so here's the isolation card. It's time to just kind of reflect, meditate, go within yourself so that they can come to you and show you what direction would be best. And I'm getting to that a lot of you already do this. And so they're happy for that. They're happy in the fact that you have a connection with them, even though they've passed on. For those that you knew and didn't know, you're still reaching out to them for that guidance, for that support. And for some of you, you may be saying, well, I never talked to my ancestors, or, once my family member passed on, I never call on them or have a conversation with them. But whenever you have a conversation with a higher power, you're still having a conversation with those that passed on, because they hear everything as well, their spirit. So keep that in mind, even though you haven't directly said, oh, so-and-so, this is what's going on, blah, blah. They still hear you. They still see everything. And they're still there. Okay? All right. So that was for this deck. Let me see. There's one more card here. It's my meditation cards. I know I talked about meditation. Here's the meditation cards. And I want them to tell you what they want you to do more of. Okay? What do you guys want your loved one to do more of? This is the time to let them know. And what do you want them to do more of? What would you like them to spend more time doing? Okay, I'm going to do it 3 times. What would you like your loved one to spend more time doing? What do you want them to focus on or do more of? All right, one more. Okay, we got 3 cards that popped out. All right, so here we go. We have, I guess I'll just start there. Enjoy the moment. Okay, you guys see that? When that wave of insecurity washes over you and you feel like you just don't belong, stop and look around. You are alive. Wow. Wow. You are alive. Enjoy this moment in your life. Wow. Okay. Sit outside. Pick a quiet place in a park or under a tree. Now, this goes right along with the isolation. With the isolation, just being by yourself. See, this is kind of like a ledge on the water. So this goes hand in hand with that. Sit outside. Pick a quiet place in a park or under a tree. Sit quietly and observe the world around you. Try to engage every sense. Notice the people, the color of the grass, the smells in the air, and the wind on your face. Okay. Then we have candle. This is very, very important for loved ones in spirit. Very important. So I'm not surprised that this card came out. Can you guys see that? Trying to make it so you guys, okay, that should be good. Sit straight up in a comfortable position. Light a candle and concentrate on the flickering flame. Breathe slowly, concentrating only on the flame and shutting out all other distractions. Okay? All right. So that's the message from your loved ones and what they want you to know. They're very happy with you. They want you to know that they love you. And they know that you've gone through certain things in your life and may still be going through certain things in your life. Or it may have been fine, but you're going through something right now. Whatever the case may be, they're telling you that these are the things that they want you to do more of. Enjoy the moments that you have because you are alive. You do have still a human body on this earth. Be grateful for this. You know, because our loved ones have passed on, they're still alive as well. Their spirit, they're alive. However, they're just not alive with a human body. And they're saying that you are. There's so many delicacies and positives to having this human body that other beings don't experience. So enjoy the moment. Sit outside, be one with nature, take time out, be by yourself. Just take everything in. Remove all the distractions. And at times, light a candle. Sit with that candle, look at the flame, talk to your ancestors, talk to your loved ones, and let them know how much you love them, care about them, and is so happy that they show up and show out for you when the time arrives for them to do so. Okay? All right, so that was for that group. I hope you guys enjoyed that message from your loved one. That was very beautiful, very beautiful. And it really shows that you are truly loved. Okay. So that was a male energy there. All right. Could have also been a husband as well. Husband, ex-husband that's passed. Some type of male energy. Some type of male energy. Okay. All right, let's do those who picked this deck, the Egyptian deck, okay? So let me see. For those of you who picked the Egyptian deck, let me shuffle. How does your loved ones feel at this point? What's the energy of your loved ones? What's the overall energy of your loved ones at this time? Shy. Oh, okay. So your loved ones may be introverts. They keep to themselves. They don't really say much. Because the card of shyness came out, it gives me the feeling of you don't really speak to your loved ones that have passed on too much. Because I feel like my throat chakra is blocked. Like I'm not saying anything. So your ancestors, your loved ones aren't quick to like come forward because you don't have much of a relationship with them as far as communicating with them, communicating with source. Okay, so let's see here. All right, for this group that picked this deck, who is the loved one that is showing up with a message for them? Who is the person showing up for them right now with a message? Show yourself. I feel like, you know what? This is so crazy. This wanted to come out as well. And with the last deck, it was these three men. And here again, it's these three men as well. Okay, you know, I have this, I'm compelled to get this other deck that I made. Let me see, hold on one second. Oh, I cramped up. Lord Jesus. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. You guys, reveal yourselves further, please. Reveal yourselves further. Okay. Hierarchy. Okay. So, these are men and women that come from royalty. So, you have some royal blood in your family, in your bloodline. And here you see the card where he's kind of like shooing them away, like get away, shooing the birds away, throwing stuff at the birds. And that's basically why the shyness came out, because this is what you do with your loved ones that's passed on. They're sending you signs and sending you things, messages, and you're kind of like, just not kind of, but you're dismissing it. You're throwing it away. You see it, but you're not like acknowledging it and following it. And they want you to know that you come from royalty. You come from royalty, literally. Okay? Your bloodline has kings, queens, princesses, all of that. But you're not using it to your advantage. They can bring you a lot of wealth. They can bring you a lot of wealth. But you're not utilizing it. You tripping. Okay. Okay. No judgment. No judgment. Let me get these cards. No wonder you picked the Egyptian deck, because you have Egyptian bloodline, royal Egyptian bloodline. Okay. Now, for all of you, it doesn't have to be Egyptian. It could just be from a royal bloodline. But let's see. I want to see, the number 3 may resonate with you, or the number 6 may resonate with you. Okay? You could have been born, you know, in March, or on the 3rd day, at the 3rd hour, or 6, vice versa. Okay? So let's see here. What do these ancestors want to say to their loved one? What do you guys want to tell your loved one? What do you guys want your loved one to know? Okay, some of you may be dealing with addictions or an addiction. You have to be clearing out your karma. I see that you have some karma that you need to clear. Okay, this addiction passed on from your past lives. Okay, you may have a deal with alcohol substance or other substances. Look at this. This is like royal blood there. Okay, look at the stars. And with this showing here, you may have some type of creativity. So you may be an artist, like in this picture. You may be an aspiring actor or an actor, singer, dancer, just anything of the arts. Okay, but even if it's not something of the arts, your ancestors, your loved one, is acknowledging that you have a gift. You have a special gift, whether you know it or not. But seeing this, it looks as though you do know what that gift is. But it's going to waste for some of you. For some of you, it's going to waste. You're not utilizing it because you're dealing with this addiction. You know, this addiction could be sex addiction, you know, like I said, alcohol, substance, drugs. You can have an addiction to pleasing someone, always wanting to say yes to everything. You know, anything that is not good for you can be an addiction, something that you're doing in excess that's not good for you. They say most things that you do in excess is not good for you. Okay? Here again, we have someone that's looking at a portrait. So again, you may be an artist, or you may, I feel like your ancestors, your loved ones, is pointing out, like you may have a child or children, and they're pointing out, look to your family. You have children that you need to raise. You have responsibilities that you need to take care of. Or this could also mean, look at yourself. You've drastically changed. Your appearance isn't the way it was. You don't take care of yourself as much as you used to. You've let yourself go. Okay? And there's a woman right there. Here's a woman right there in white. That's definitely an elder. But she's kind of like a statue because, again, you're not utilizing your royal ancestors. There's been plenty of times where there's been situations that you could have been caught up or got into serious trouble, and they're telling you there that they saved you from that. Whether it was a friend who was hating on you, or a situation of, getting arrested or locked up for a period of time, and things going into your favor where it wasn't as bad as it could have been. That's your ancestors, that's your loved ones coming through for you. What your loved ones here say too is that they want you to give them an offering. They want you to show and acknowledge that you know that they're around, okay? And you can do it just like it is here in this picture. You can just go to a lake or the ocean and give an offering to your ancestors through the waters. And you could just say, to my loved ones that's passed on, this offering is for you. And it could be, again, natural resources, something that's good for the earth. Fruits is okay. They want you to come back to yourself because they know what you're capable of. They see that you have a lot of potential to be something great, and they want to see that with you. If you see here too, with like the last deck that I had, they had birds as well. And look, this is a perfect example with the birds. So here you're shooing the birds off, right? These are your loved ones, these are your ancestors. Remember, they can come in any form, plants, birds, stones, whatever. Your ancestors, your loved ones can come in any form. And you're shooing them off, and then here you are, and look, the birds are far away. They want to come towards you, but they're far away. They're not right there. You gotta have them right there, and you'll see a drastic change. They'll help you with this addiction, whatever it is that you're battling. You may have a sickness that you're fighting. Call on your loved ones, on your ancestors. They are royalty. They come from royalty. You are royalty. They want to help you. But you have to be willing to help yourself and ask for their help. And when you do ask for their help, you also have to show gratitude and say thank you. Okay? It can't just be like, yeah, I need y'all to help me with this. It sounds really ungrateful. Who's going to want to help you with anything by you just saying, this what you guys going to do? Okay? Stand strong. That's what I'm hearing. Stand strong. All right. Now, for this group, ancestors, loved ones, what else do you want to tell your loved ones? What else do you want to say? Divinely guided. Similar cards to deck 1. If you guys were stuck between deck 1 and this deck, you probably want to go and watch deck 1 too, because there are some similar cards here. This is talking about you putting on a mask I feel like you're acting like everything is all good and there's not a problem here. If you do have this addiction, a lot of people either don't know about it or they know about it and just not saying nothing to you because you're trying to hide something here. You're definitely trying to hide it and make it seem like everything is good when it's not all good. And here again, your loved ones, your ancestors are talking about you need to make a decision on what you're going to do, on how you're going to move forward. Are you going to let them into your life or not? And again, everything that glitters is not gold. So don't get overwhelmed or overcome by material things. Okay, you can have a lot of material things, but does it have any value for you? Does it have any sentimental value, or are they just things? All right. So that was for this group. I'm gonna ask what your loved ones / ancestors want you to do more of. Okay. All right. What do you want them to do more of? What do you want your person, your loved one to do more of? What do you want them to focus more on? Visualization. Visualization. Okay. Close your eyes. Begin with a deep breath and release. Visualize the sun in the clear blue sky. Hear the birds singing and smell the fresh grass. You can feel the wind on your face and the fresh, clean outdoor air as it fills your lungs with the energy of nature. Okay? So practice visualizing what you want. And you could start with this visualization they just gave you. Okay? All right. That was for that deck. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure to like the video if you resonated and received this message from your loved one. That was beautiful. These are beautiful messages that are coming through. Okay. See here. All right, for the last deck, the haunted house. For those of you who picked the haunted house, okay, let's see how your loved one or ancestor is feeling at this time. How are you feeling at this time? Ancestors for this deck, how are you feeling at this time? Ancestors for this deck, how are you feeling at this time? Loved one, how are you feeling at this time? Guilt. Wow, guilt. Okay. This is also the card that I got from my cousin that just passed, and I feel as though he feels guilty because us, the family, are just crying over, you know, his passing and feeling like he went too soon and why was he there? He shouldn't have been there. So, for those of you who picked this deck, it can be the same situation where someone was shot and killed, and this person that passed on is feeling guilty because they feel like it was their fault. They shouldn't have been there in the first place, or they shouldn't have done what they did to cause anything to, you know, ripple effect and happen, or they may have did something to you that they feel guilty or sad about. You know, they may have got in an argument with you, or things weren't on good terms before they passed and they feel guilty about that. So for those who pick this deck, it's really important for you to have that conversation with this person and tell them that you forgive them and that you forgive yourself. Okay? you forgive them, and most importantly, you forgive yourself. And that you release all guilt, because again, our loved ones is just a reflection of us. So if they feel guilty, there's something that you feel guilty about as well. It doesn't necessarily have to involve them on where that guilt is coming from, but you may have some type of guilt within yourself also about any type of situation or something that has happened. Okay, so think about it. There's a lot of time for you to think about it after you watch this reading, because this reading is just a tool and a stepping stone, or a guiding, I guess we could call it a compass, because 2 times in these 2 readings for the last 2 decks that I read, the compass is shown there. It's just helping you, going into the right direction, guiding you. And I'm very happy that Source chooses us to use one another as conduits for that information. Okay? So let's get into it and see who it is here that's wanting to talk to you. Let's see who is here and want to speak to their loved one that chose this deck. Who is this that wants to speak? Show yourself, please. Show yourself. Thank you. All right. Okay. It's a man and a woman. A man and a woman. Okay? The man could have passed first, and the woman just passed. This woman could have been this man's wife. Okay, so you could have had an uncle that passed, and then, your aunt just passed, or your father passed, and your mom just passed. Something like that, where you've had a death in the family before, and then now you have another death in the family. So now there's been 2 people that passed. Or it could be just 2 people from your bloodline, your ancestry, that's passed on, a man and a woman, and they're showing up to talk to you now. Okay, so however it resonates with you. But I'm getting to with this man. This man was very strong and handsome. Very, very, very known with the ladies, okay? Good dresser, all of that, okay? Because this here is also representative of the character of this man. Helping the damsel in distress. You got the fire behind him. He got the heat. He got the passion. He's also looked like he's been in a fight. So it's like he got that rugged attitude too, where he would fight for his love. He would fight for his woman. I like that. Okay. So this is a very Don Juan type of energy. Okay. So let's see. What is it that this loved one, thy ancestor, want to tell you? What do you want to tell your loved one that's watching this? What do you want them to know? Okay. It could also be a case where the man wasn't there for the passing of someone, and they feel guilty about that, or vice versa. The woman wasn't there for the passing of someone, and she feel guilty about that. But there's some guilt here. What else do you want to tell your loved one? Oh, there's a baby here. This could be a grandbaby. Oh, wow. Okay, for this deck, you may have had a loved one who was in a domestic violence relationship and was killed by her significant other and left the child. They may have had a child or children together, and now the children do not have their parent with them. Okay, this talks a lot about leaving the family, not being there for the family. The number 3 is resonating a lot with this group too. With the 3 candles here, I feel like there's 3 spirits that's talking. In some cases too, there may have been an abortion here, and that you may feel guilty about, and your child is talking. This here is the angel holding the child. If you see, there's a little dove in his hand. So it's also saying you don't need to worry. This child is taken care of in heaven. I'm getting with this group too, you have a lot that's in your mind. You come from royalty as well. Look at that crown behind there. Look at that. You have someone royal that's really looking out for you. It's a woman. That woman right here, she may have been what people would call as weak on here on earth, but she's a bad female in spirit. Okay, she don't play. Or it could be vice versa. She may have played that character of being weak, but in reality, she is not. She just wanted to see what it was like or would be like to play that role. But in reality, she's that female, okay? She does not play. So you can definitely call on this woman. I don't know who she is. I don't know if this is your mom, your aunt, some female. Could be your best friend, your cousin. But this is a female that has passed on. And for some of you, it may have been due to a domestic violence case. Something in the household. This is giving me something in the household, something that's out of balance, jealousy, you know, I'm getting jealousy. This could also be a case of the man. The man shooting or killing his significant other and killing himself. It could be a case like that as well. But what it did do was it disrupted the family dynamic. And that's why that guilt is there. That's why that guilt is there. But this woman is really there for you. This woman is really there for you. And that man is like your bodyguard. He really is. Let me see what else they want to tell you. What other messages do you have for your loved one? Yeah. It keeps showing me relationship. They're there for you. Divine partnership. They're there. This could definitely be a couple that died. Their love too. Look at that. Your foundation of family is very important. Family means a lot to you in this deck. Those who pick this deck, family means a lot to you. And I feel like the family has been disrupted in some way. It's been disrupted in some way. It could, for some of you, be because due to these deaths. This could have been the matriarch and patriarch of the family. Okay, but it has been disrupted. All right. It says lack of armor, exposure, open, feeling at risk. Feeling basically like things will never be the same. Okay? But they want you to know, like, they're good. They're good. They're with each other. Everything is fine. They don't carry any ill will in their hearts on whatever has happened. Okay? Let me see what it is they want you to do. These could also be your parents, you know, if you've lost your mother and your father. They're letting you know, like, you're still our baby. We're with you. And, you know, we're your angel. We're watching over you. We're watching over you. Okay? All right. So let's see here. These ancestors, loved ones that's passed. What is the message? What do you want your loved one that chose this deck? What do you want them to do more of, or to focus more on? What do you want your loved one to do more of, or to focus more on? What do you want your loved one to do more of, or to focus more on? Okay. Tireless. Interesting. Can you guys see that? Okay, let's see. It says this type of meditation consists of 3 steps. Tayo means to tune, so these 3 steps help you to start to tune your body and mind. Step 1, the mind must concentrate on something. Step 2, the body must become deeply relaxed. Step 3, the breathing must become slow, long, thin, soft, and even. Okay, so I would say look up Tayo, learn more about it, because they're advising you to do more of this. It will help you. And if you see it, focus on the mind, body, and your breathing. Okay? So from this group, you may have a lot of anxiety based on the history or something that's happened in your past or in your family. And this will help you with that. Okay? All right. It's my goddess Chrissy, and until next time, I really hope that you guys have the closure if that's what you needed, and the healing to be able to continue to love in the way that we are to love each other. Okay? So it's my goddess Chrissy. Like this video if it resonated with you, and receive all the blessings that your loved ones are here to give you. Yeah, until next time. All right, bye guys.